It started simple. 100 on the clock, kick steady, snare sharp, bass clean, one night, one move. We weren't planning trouble, just movement, just motion. The kind of night where the air feels electric for no specific reason. One night, one move. One move. Pulled up slow, engine low, street lights flickering above us. Conversation like nothing serious, just momentum, then the shift happened. One night, one move. One move. It's subtle at first, a glance held too long. A voice raised slightly, a tone off by a fraction. You feel it before you hear it. 100 steady. He stepped closer, not aggressive, just testing distance. Y'all good? He asked, but it wasn't concern, it was measurement. One night, one move. You don't react immediately, that's rule one. You assess who's with him, who's watching, who's quiet. Silence reveals alliances, the bass deepens. Another voice cuts in, you sure about that? Now the energy's different. One night, one move. One move. Nobody shouts, nobody lunges, but tension stacks layer by layer. You can feel the room recalculating. 100 pushing forward, I step slightly left, not retreating, not advancing, just positioning. Because placement matters more than posture. One night, one move. He tried to escalate verbally, slight insult, minor disrespect, testing reaction. But reaction is expensive, so I didn't give him one. The snare cracks again, sharp, instead I shifted tone. Lower, calmer, relax, I said, not worth it. Those 3 words changed trajectory. One night, one move. You see, most conflicts aren't about outcome, they're about ego. Ego demands performance, discipline demands control. 100 steady, he paused, measured, eyes scanning his own crew. Nobody stepped forward, that's when you know momentum flipped. One night, one move. He backed off half a step, not dramatic, just slight. That's victory, not dominance. Control, the bass hum steady. We left without celebration, without noise, without acknowledgement, but everyone knew. One night, one move. One move. Driving away, conversation changed, tone could've gone different. Someone said it could have, but escalation shortens lifespan, restraint extends it. One night, one move. The lesson wasn't about toughness, it was about leverage. Leverage is invisible until you lose it. One night, one move. One move. Later that night, I replayed it quietly. Not because I doubted the decision, because I valued it. Growth isn't loud, it's strategic. The beat breaks briefly, bass alone, that's reflection, then drums return. One night, one move. We didn't win by force, we won by calculation. That's the difference between survival and stability. 100 steady to the end. One night, one move. One move. Sometimes that's all it takes to change direction. To change direction. Change direction. To change direction. One night, one move. One move. Sometimes that's all it takes to change direction. To change direction. Change direction. To change direction. One night, one move. One move. Feel that pressure. Feel that pressure, 101 on the clock. Kick driving harder, snare cracking clean, brass cutting sharp. Pressure in the crowd, you don't wait for applause, you create momentum. Pressure in the crowd. I've seen stages shift energy within seconds. Not from volume, from alignment. Pressure in the crowd, when the beat drops, bodies respond first, minds catch up later, that's instinct. 101 steady, the brass hits punch. Short, precise like signals, you don't drag a groove, you strike it. Pressure in the crowd. Hands rise gradually, heads nod faster. Feet stamp heavy, your energy stacking. Pressure in the crowd. This ain't reckless noise, this structured movement. There's a discipline inside hype. 101 pushing forward. I step into the pocket, cadence tight. Brief control, delivery sharp. You don't rush a crowd, you got it. Pressure in the crowd. Pressure in the crowd. Some performers shout, some overextend, some chase reaction. Reaction follows rhythm. Pressure in the crowd. Brass hits again, snare sharp, bass bouncing tighter. Now the room vibrates slightly, flow responding. That's chemistry. Pressure in the crowd. I've learned that crowds don't move because you demand it. They move because they trust the timing. 101 driving strong, break drums, pause, bass hum isolated for a second. Everything suspends, then the kick slams back in. Pressure in the crowd. That re-entry, that's authority, no explanation, no overtalk, just impact. Pressure in the crowd. Brass continues, flow flow quick as all transitions. More edge, you better a compressed. People leaning forward, that's engagement. Pressure in the crowd, that re-entry, that's authority. No explanation, no overtalk, just impact. Pressure in the crowd. Verse continues, flow quicker, sharper transitions. More edge, you feel the air compressed. People leaning forward, that's engagement. Pressure in the crowd. This that kind of record that builds live, layer by layer, voice by voice. The brass accents, rhythm never overwhelming. Just reinforcing 101 steady. I've seen energy collapse when confidence cracks, when breath fails, when timing slips. Precision prevents that. Pressure in the crowd. Pressure in the crowd. Pressure in the crowd. Final hook hits stronger. More voices later. More space filled. Pressure in the crowd. Hold that pressure now. Pressure in the crowd. Let it build up now. The room unified, movement synchronized. That's the difference between noise and command. 101 fading gradually, but the crowd still charged.
Ride the frequency, 99 on the meter. Kick knocking tight, snare snapping clean. Lid slicing sharp. Ride the frequency. You don't chase rhythm, you lock in. Frequency. When the synth hits, the room don't hesitate. Shoulders start shifting, neck start nodding. That's instinct. Ride the frequency. This not complicated, this calibrated. Short steps, sharp turns, energy aligned. 99 steady, I've seen rooms dead quiet till the right pattern drops. Not louder, just cleaner, clean wins. The frequency. You feel it in your chest, not overwhelming, just consistent. Consistency builds momentum. Ride the frequency, no overproduction, no clutter, just bounce, that's the formula. The kick slightly ahead, the snare punching direct, bass bouncing under control. Ride the frequency. You don't overrap this, you glide. Cadence crisp, breath measured, delivery sharp. Late night, engine low, windows crack, street lights flicker across chrome. Ride the frequency. Late night, engine low, windows crack, street lights flicker across chrome. This that type of groove you don't skip. Ride the frequency. Some tracks demand attention, this one commands movement. Different 99 driving forward. I've learned that repetition isn't laziness, it's reinforcement. When a hook hits right, you don't need complexity, you need confidence. Ride the frequency. You see the shift happen, conversation pauses, hands rise slightly, energy sinks, that's control. Ride the frequency, the lead synth repeats again. Sharper this time, more urgent but never chaotic. Chaos breaks structure, structure builds presence. Ride the frequency. Break drums, drop bass, hum alone. Silence for a split second, then the kick slams back. The re-entry, that's the moment. The room reacts automatically. You don't teach groove, you trigger it. Ride the frequency. Cadence tighter now, flow quicker, still control. 99 rising. You don't flex here, you demonstrate timing. Demonstrate rhythm, demonstrate command. Ride the frequency. West Coast bounce, no gimmicks, no overreach. Just pocket discipline. Ride the frequency. Heads not in unison, feet tap without permission. Energy spreads row by row, that's alignment.
Ride the frequency.
Not about volume, about placement, about the right note at the right second. Precision beats chaos.
Ride the frequency.
As the beat rides out, the lid keeps looping. Simple, effective. And when it fades, the movement doesn't.
Ride the frequency.
Set the tone. 97 steady. Yeah. Kick clean, snare sharp, bass breathing low. Session move. No rush, no crowd noise, just focus in the room. Session move. Yeah. The piano hits light, short, intentional, never overplayed, that's discipline. Session move. I've learned that the best records don't feel forced, they unfold naturally.
97 steady, we don't chase moments here. We craft them, every layer placed carefully, every bar measured. Session move. It's that quiet confidence, that smooth delivery, that subtle control. You don't dominate, you calibrate. Session move.
The bass holds everything together. Foundation first, everything else secondary. Foundation never lies, 97 rolling. I step to the mic, calm, no tension, no unnecessary flex, just timing.
Session move. There's a difference between loud confidence and quiet assurance. Quiet lasts longer. Session move. Hook comes in low, layered softly. Session move. Keep it in a groove. Session move. Let it move. Not explosive, not chaotic, just steady. Session mood.
Verse returns, flow gliding, word spaced evenly, breath control. You don't rush good timing, you respect it. 97 steady, I've seen artists chase volume, chase reaction, chase attention. Attention fades, quality remains.
Session mood.
The piano accents continue, light punctuation never clutter distracts, focus builds impact.
Session mood.
It's that kind of track you replay at night, not because it's loud, because it's right.
90 said I'm steady, we don't need spectacle, we need alignment.
Alignment between beat and voice, between rhythm and intention.
Session mood.
Hook returns slightly fuller, low harmonies beneath.
Session mood. Hold the groove tight. Session mood. Keep it precise. And when it fades, the feeling lingers. The feeling lingers.
Yeah.
Sunset on the system, yeah. 100 on the dial. Kick snapping strong, snare crisp, lead shining brighter. Sunset on the system, you feel the shift in the air. Daylight fading, energy rising. Sunset on the system. The groove hits different when the sun drops low. Yeah. When the sky turns gold, when tension turns loose. Sunset on the system. We don't rush this moment, we let it breathe, we let it build. 100 steady, bass bouncing light, not heavy, just enough to move the ground. I step outside, air warmer city, humming softly. Sunset on the system. There's a clarity in this hour. Problems feel smaller, focus feels sharper, rhythm feels natural. Sunset on the system. The lead melody glides smooth, memorable, clean. It's the kind of track that doesn't demand attention, it earns it. Sunset on the system. We gather casually, no announcements, no hierarchy, just movement. The snare cuts precise. You see shoulders loosen, you see tension fall away. That's the power of timing. Sunset on the system. I've learned that energy is contagious, but only if it's genuine. Foresight collapse, authentic rhythm spreads. 100 pushing forward, hook rises now loud. Layer. Sunset on the system. Feel it in your pulse, let it run through your system. Sunset on the system. It's not chaos, it's alignment. Sunset on the system. First returns, cadence tighter, confidence clearer. Sunset on the system. You don't overcomplicate joy, you curate it. Sunset on the system. It's that late light glow, that after work release, that steady bounce under open sky. No pressure, just present. Sunset on the system. Hi-hats roll briefly, energy lifts, crowd leans in and the beat drops back. Clean. Sunset on the system. We don't escalate recklessly, we elevate gradually. That's the difference. Sunset on the system. You can hear the discipline in the groove. Not wild, not messy, intentional. 100 steady to the end. Final hook layer heavier, melody stacking, energy thick. Sunset on the system. Let it run through your system. Sunset on the system. Ride it till the light goes. Sunset on the system. And when the sun finally disappears, the rhythm stays.
Turn it up proper.
98 on the dial, kick snapping, snare cutting, clean scent, looping
Turn it
sharp.
up proper.
You feel that? That's not noise, that's structure moving.
Turn it up proper.
When the lead hits, heads turn automatically, no announcement needed. It's the kind of groove that don't ask permission.
Turn it up proper. Turn it up proper.
We stepping calm, no rush, no tension, just rhythm align. 98 steady, bass bouncing tight. You don't overthink this, you ride it.
Turn it up proper. Turn it up proper.
I seen rooms shift instantly when the right frequency drops. People who were stiff start moving, conversations pause, that's timing.
Turn it up proper. Turn it up proper.
No heavy speeches, no long monologues, just cadence, just bounce. The snare cracks again, clean, direct. turn it up proper, turn it up proper.
This that late night drive music, windows cracked, city lights reflecting, hands steady on the wheel. You don't force energy, you channel it.
Turn it up proper.
The late synth loops again, simple, memorable, that's intentional. You don't complicate what already works. 98, pushing forward, there's a confidence up in the modernist and letting groove carry message. You don't chase hype, you create atmosphere. I've seen cats try to out-rap the beat, overspill, overcompensate. This groove don't need that, it needs timing.
Turn it up proper, turn it up proper.
Short bars, clean cadence, space between lines, space is power. You hear the bass breathe, you feel the floor vibrate. You see shoulders loosen, that's control.
Turn it up proper.
No aggression, no overexertion, just charisma and motion. We step smooth, not loud, not reckless. 98 steady hi-hats ticking crisp. This that kind of record that lives longer than trends, cause groove never expires.
Turn it up proper.
When the drums drop for a second, watch the anticipation build silence, sharpens attention. Then it hits again and the room resets.
Turn it up.
It ain't about volume, it's about placement. It's about rhythm landing right. You don't rush the pocket, you own it. 98 riding strong.
Turn it up proper, turn it up
I've learned something about energy, you don't chase it, you curate it. The right environment, it amplifies itself.
Turn it up proper.
Heads nod, feet shift, conversations lean closer, that's the power of time. You don't dominate the room, you got it.
Turn it up proper, turn it up proper.
No gimmicks, no unnecessary flex, just groove and alignment.
Turn it up proper.
This that West Coast momentum, clean, precise, unapologetic.
Turn it up proper.
98 steady to the fade, synth still looping, bass still breathing. And when the beat finally cuts, the energy stays.
Turn it up proper, turn it up proper.
Turn it up proper. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn it up, turn it up. Yeah. Turn it 2 on the clock, kick driving harder. Snare snapping sharp, lid cutting bright, full volume motion. Yeah, it's not subtle, it's intentional. Full volume motion, feel the tempo rise, not rush, but undeniable. Full volume motion, all that patience, all that pacing, all that measured movement now converges. Full volume motion, want the drum steady, bass heavy, your drums tighter, room reacting faster. Full volume motion, there's a difference between noise and impact. Noise is random, impact is time. Full volume motion, you don't stumble into this level, you build toward it layer by layer, decision by decision. Full volume motion, the synth ride strong now clear, unapologetic. This that moment where hesitation disappears. 1 or 2 pushing forward when we didn't ride loud. We arrive consistent, now the room understands. Full volume motion, voices rise, energy stacks, movement synchronizes, that's command. Full volume motion, hook transfer, full volume motion, keep it locked, keep it strong. Full volume motion, we've been building all along. No excess, no confusion, just clarity. Full volume motion, full volume motion, no. Full volume motion, full volume motion, no. Yeah, buzz cut, sharper cadence, quicker delivery, precise. You don't hesitate when the structure is solid, you accelerate. 1 or 2 pressing harder. I seen doubt collapse under pressure, seen fear expose weakness. But preparation thrives here. Full volume motion, break, drums drop, bass alone, silent sharp, that's tension, then the kick slams back. Full volume motion, crowd louder now, energy undeniable, movement contagious, it's not chaos, it's coordination. Full volume motion, we don't lose control at peak intensity, we master it, that's the difference. Full volume motion, keep it locked, keep it strong. Full volume motion, we've been building all along. Full volume motion, and when the beat cuts, the momentum remains. Full volume motion. There's a reason repetition works. Not because it's simple, because it's certain. The piano strikes once, then again. Same note, same timing, unmoved. 93 on the grid, measured unrushed. Some men build identity by changing constantly, reinventing themselves every season. Hope and movement disguises inconsistency.
I built mine by staying, by showing up with the same precision, the same standard, the same refusal to dilute. The key repeats, that's the point. Consistency becomes signature, signature becomes lineage. When I first entered rooms like this, I noticed something. The loudest introductions were rarely the most respected. Respect arrived differently, it entered quietly, it sat down, it observed, and when it finally spoke, no one interrupted. The piano continues unbothered. Authority isn't loud, it's familiar. You hear the first 4 notes and you already know that's legacy. I watched entire trends dissolve, watch movements peak and fade, watch people pivot so often they forgot where they started. But foundation doesn't pivot, it holds 93 BPM, kick, land steady, snare sharp, no excess. The city doesn't reward emotion, it rewards alignment. I don't raise my voice to compete with noise, I let the rhythm establish dominance. There's something that's settling about someone who doesn't react, someone who doesn't chase validation, someone who understands time, time is leverage. You don't rush when you own the clock. The piano repeats again, same notes, different weight. Because repetition with intention is reinforcement. When I speak now, it isn't to convince, it's to confirm. There was a period where I questioned restraint, where I wondered if visibility required exaggeration. It doesn't. It requires clarity. Lineage isn't declared, it's demonstrated. Brick by brick, release by release, decision by decision. People talk about comebacks, about reinvention, about resurgence. I never left. The key repeat, steady, low and controlled. Room still, you don't need complexity when structure is strong. The ones who understand this don't panic during silence. They understand that silence amplifies weight. I've been doubted, dismissed, underestimated, not because I lack substance, because I refuse theatrics. The piano continues unmoved, that's discipline. Authority built on spectacle requires constant performance. Authority built on foundation requires none. When the room adjusts without you demanding it, that's lineage. When your presence changes the temperature, that's legacy. 93 fading, but the key remains. Because repetition becomes identity. And identity, when sustained long enough, becomes undeniable.
In-night transmission, 99 on the dial, piano steady, bass controlled, drums clean. Midnight transmission. The city feels different after dark, less crowded, more honest. Midnight transmission. Windows down slightly, air cooler, head clear. This that hour where conversations matter. Midnight transmission. The piano loops soft, measured, not flashy, intentional. You don't rush at midnight, you glide. 99 steady, I've noticed something about nights. People talk straighter, pretenses fade, energy simplified. Midnight transmission. There's no rush now, no deadline, just momentum carried from the day. The snare snaps slightly, under control. Midnight transmission. It's that slow confidence, that controlled charisma, that steady composure. You don't prove anything here, you just exist correctly. Midnight transmission. I've driven these roads enough times to know every curve, every light pattern, every quiet block. Familiarity builds clarity. 99 rolling smooth. Who comes in calm? Midnight transmission, running through the system. Midnight transmission, steady with intention. Not loud, not desperate, just a line. Midnight transmission. Verse returns, cadence deeper, breath slower. You don't need volume to establish presence. Presence speaks on its own. Midnight transmission. I've learned more at night than in daylight because distraction fades. Focus sharpens, the bass isolates briefly. Drums pull back, space expands. Midnight transmission. It's that frequency you don't share with everyone, reserved for those who understand timing. 99 steady, some chase excitement. I prefer precision, precision lasts longer. Midnight transmission. The piano continues, subtle variation, never overplayed. Consistency creates identity. Midnight transmission. Final hook layers slightly heavier, not dramatic, just fuller. Midnight transmission. Running through the system. Midnight transmission. Clear and intentional. And when the track fades, the road still stretches ahead.
rush tonight.
99 on the dial.
No rush tonight.
Kick light, snare crisp.
No rush tonight.
Some nights you push, some nights you pace.
No rush tonight.
We pace.
No rush tonight.
I've learned that speed doesn't equal progress. Sometimes it just equals noise. Noise fades, time and lasts.
No rush tonight.
You see the difference between chasing everything and choosing correctly. Choosing requires patience. 99 steady. I don't move because others move. I move because it makes sense. That's clarity.
No rush tonight.
There was a time I thought urgency looked impressive. Now I know it just looks impatient.
No rush tonight. No rush tonight.
The groove glides, nothing forced, nothing exaggerated. Confidence doesn't shout, it's settled. I walk in the rooms without announcing presence. People notice anyway. It's calibration.
99 steady. There's humor in control and knowing when not to react. And seeing tension and choosing to smile instead. Someone try to speed the tempo. Let's make it bigger, they said. Bigger isn't better, balance is better. No rush tonight. No rush tonight. Look comes and soft. No rush. Look comes and soft. No rush tonight. Let it breathe, let it ride. No rush. No rush tonight. No rush tonight. No comes and soft. No rush. No comes and soft. No rush tonight. Let it breathe, let it ride. No rush. No rush tonight. No rush tonight. Hook comes inside. No rush tonight. Let it breathe, let it ride. No rush tonight. We good on this side. Simple, memorable, calm. No rush tonight.
Verse returns, cadence relaxed, flow smooth, word space evenly. You don't crowd the pocket, you respect it. 99 rolling easy, I seem an overextend, overpromise, overcomplicate, overusually ends in collapse.
No rush tonight.
It's that smooth alignment, that steady footing, that clear intention. You don't prove anything by rushing, you prove it by lasting.
No rush tonight.
I laugh when pressure rises because pressure only wins if you panic, and panic not in my vocabulary. 99 steady, the bass hums comfortably, the snare taps lightly, nothing dramatic, just right.
No, no, no rush tonight. No comes and soft. No rush. No comes and soft. No rush tonight.
Let it breathe, let it ride.
No rush. No rush tonight. No rush tonight.
No turns inside.
No rush. No turns inside. No rush tonight.
Keep it steady, keep it tight.
No rush.
We moving at our own time.
No rush tonight.
The vibe intact, the rhythm alive.
No rush tonight.
Because real control isn't loud, it's deliberate.
No rush tonight.
The first sign wasn't violence, it was silence. The kind that falls over a room right before something changes. 96 on the grid, steady, unblinking. The lights didn't flicker, they shifted. There's a moment in every city where power rearranges itself. Not loudly, not publicly, but permanently. When the lights change, you don't notice immediately. You feel it? The synth line cuts through like a thin blade, minimal, precise. I was there that night, not in the center. Never in the center, I prefer the edges. You see more from the perimeter. The old guard had grown comfortable, predictable. They mistook familiarity for permanence, but permanence is fragile. The kick lands measured, unforgiving. They thought dominance required noise, required visible force, required intimidation. They forgot about timing. When the lights change, timing decides everything. I had been patient for months, observing, mapping patterns, identifying fractures. Every empire contains its own exit. You just have to locate it. 96 steady, no acceleration, no rush. Because power isn't seized, it's assumed when the previous holder hesitates. The hesitation was subtle, a delayed response, a miscalculated alliance, an overestimated loyalty. Small cracks, but concrete doesn't collapse all at once. It gives way gradually. When the lights change, there's no announcement, no ceremony. Just a shift in who people look at when decisions need to be made. The synth repeats code, unmoved. I didn't need to declare anything, the room adjusted naturally. That's how you know it's real. Not when people cheer, when they comply. I had learned early that visible ambition invites resistance. Invisible preparation invites inevitability. There were conversations that sounded casual, but weren't. There were gestures that looked accidental, but weren't. The snare cracks drive final. By the time they realized the structure had already shifted, their influence depended on fear, mine depended on consistency. Fear erodes, consistency compounds. When the lights change, the ones who relied on spectacle become obsolete because spectacle needs attention. A
authority needs none. I didn't eliminate anyone, I didn't threaten anyone, I didn't announce anything. I simply occupied space, and space reorganized itself. 96 BPM room still, eyes recalibrated. You can sense when leadership transfers, it's subtle but absolute. There was no publication, no public dispute, just a quiet understanding the old order had expired. When the lights change, there's no going back. You don't reclaim authority by demanding it, you reclaim it by embodying it. But they couldn't dare grown dependent on applause, on visible validation, on reaction. I required none. The synth line fades slightly, but the rhythm remains, because the rhythm is structure, and structure once altered doesn't revert easily. When the lights change, some men scramble, some men panic, some men negotiate. I remain still. Stillness unsettles people more than aggression ever will. They expect a celebration, I offered silence, they expected confidence. I offered continuity, when that's when they understood the transition wasn't temporary, it was permanent. 96 faded, low and steady, no grand finale, just a city quietly acknowledging that power had shifted.
Say it loud now. Say it loud now. When I'm fretful on the grid, 808, rumbling deep, kick punching hard, snare cracking heavy. Say it loud now. You don't whisper confidence, you project it. Say it loud now. When the bass hits, you feel it in your ribs. Not gentle, not subtle, intentional. Say it loud now. This that modern pressure, that amplified energy, that floor shaking movement, wanna full steady. I step forward calm, not frantic, not chaotic. Focus, say it loud now. There's a difference between shouting for attention and commanding a response. Command doesn't beg, it triggers. Say it loud now. Crowd leaning in, arms rising, voices sinking, that's power. 1-4 pushing harder, the 808 hits long, distorted, slightly heavy enough to vibrate space. You can't ignore it. Say it loud now. This ain't nostalgia, this evolution. Classic foundation, modern force. Say it loud now. Very tight, cadence sharp, flow heavier. You don't drift over this beat, you anchor it. Waterfall, pressing forward. I built this from discipline, from repetition, from restraint. Now it manifests loud. Say it loud now. Hook rise strong. Say it loud now. Hands up when it drop. Say it loud now. We don't ever stop. Simple, direct, collected. Say it loud now. Say it loud now. Hook rise strong. Say it loud now. Hands up when it drop. Say it loud now. We don't ever stop. Simple, direct, collected. Say it loud now. Beat drops briefly, 808 alone. Crowd echoing chant, the drum slam back. Say it loud now. The energy multiplies, not random, unified. The state of you control. Say it loud now. I've seen hype collapse, seen noise fade, seen trends vanish, but foundation roar. 1-4 steady, second verse sharper, more urgency, still controlled. You don't lose composure at peak intensity, you elevate. Say it loud now. Voices stacking, echoing back, floor vibrating, that's alignment. No overcomplication, no force complexity, just rhythm, just weight, just command. Say it loud now. Final hook heavier, layer chance, energy max. Say it loud now. Hands up when it drops, say it loud now. We don't never stop, say it loud now. And when the beat cuts, the chant continues. Say it loud now. Ow no. We built this moment. 101 steady. 808 smooth and heavy, kick clean, snare precise. We built this moment, it didn't appear from nowhere. It wasn't handed over, it was constructed. We built this moment. Verse 1 steady, flow calm, confidence, control. There were days nobody noticed, nights nobody plotted, plans nobody understood, but work continued. We built this moment, there's something powerful about showing up when nobody's watching. That's what strength forms, 101 steady. The lead melody rises now. Bright, memorable, clear. You can feel it coming, that surge, that clarity. We built this moment, hook exploding. We built this moment, stand tall, let it show. We built this moment, now the whole world knows. Voices stacking, energy lifting. We built this moment, we built this moment. We built this moment, we built this moment. We built this moment, we built this moment. Second verse sharper, cadence faster, Confidence louder but still discipline, because momentum without structure burns too quick. We built this moment, yeah. I remember hesitation, remember doubt, remember silence, but silence built patience. Patience built precision while I was steady. Breathe, turn stronger, more harmony, more lift, yeah. Ooh. You can see the crowd rising, you can feel it coming, that surge of clarity. We built this moment, we built this moment, we built this moment, and all it show. We built this moment, now the whole world knows. Voice stacking, energy living. We built this moment, 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 we built this moment. Hands up, voices loud, unity forming. We built this moment. Bridge drops, drums cut, 808 faint, voice nearly alone. There were nights alone, there were questions unanswered, there were fears unspoken, but consistency carried forward. Melody climbs higher, harmonies layer thicker, then drums slam back. We built this moment, yeah. We built this moment, we built this moment. Stand tall, let it show. We built this moment, now the whole world knows. Voices steady to the end. This moment, we built this moment, we built this moment. Beat fades, the message remains.
It gets quiet at the top. 1 to 3 steady, 808 heavy. Kick, space, snare, precise, wait in the silence. They think noise builds strength. They're wrong. Silence does. Wait in the silence. I walked the rooms where applause felt distant, where expectations lingered heavier than praise. That's pressure refined. 1 to 3 steady, the bass rolls deep, not chaotic, anchored. Wait in the silence. There were years where nobody clapped, nobody watched, nobody questioned. Those years built me. Wait in the silence. You don't see growth happening, you feel it accumulating like tension and steel. 23 pressing forward, I've learned that loneliness doesn't mean absence, it means focus. Focus builds structure. Wait in the silence. The 808 hums long low, resonant. There's a reason the strongest foundations are buried, they don't need visibility. Wait in the silence. Verse tightens, flow heavy, your cadence deliberate. I don't perform vulnerability, I refine it, because exposure without control becomes weakness. Wait in the silence. When the lights dim, you hear the crowd breathing, phones lifting, screens glowing. But I'm not feeding on attention, I'm stabilizing momentum. 1 and 3 steady. There were nights I questioned the path, not the work, the path, because growth isn't comfortable, it's isolating. Wait in the silence. You don't complain, you adjust, you don't fold, you recalibrate, it's discipline. Wait in the silence. You don't complain, you adjust, you don't fold, you recalibrate, it's discipline. Wait in the silence. Break, drums cut, 808 alone. Pad lingering in the back for a moment, everything feels suspended. That's suspension, that's reflection. Wait in the silence, and the kick returns harder, clearer. I step forward stronger, not louder, stronger, because endurance creates authority. 1 and 3 pushing, second verse sharper, less explanation, more conviction. I seen loud ambition collapse, seen flashy move fade, but quiet persistence that compounds. Wait in the silence. This ain't about hype, it's about longevity. Longevity demands patience, patience demands control. Wait in the silence. The hook rises steady. Wait in the silence. Hold steady, never fold. Wait in the silence. Stand firm in the soul, not scream to close. Wait in the silence. There's a difference between surviving the climb and owning it. I own it. Wait in the silence. Wait in the silence. There's a difference between surviving the climb and owning it. I own it. Wait in the silence. Wait in the silence. There's a difference between surviving the climb and owning it. I own it. Wait in the silence. Wait in the silence. Final section heavier, drums fuller, 808 deeper, but I remain composed because real dominance doesn't tremble. Wait in the silence. And when the beat finally fades, the silence doesn't feel empty. It feels earned.
All eyes aligned. To a steady 808 smooth but heavy. Kick clean, snare crisp. All eyes aligned. You feel that shift when focus locks in. All eyes aligned. When movement syncs up, all eyes aligned. Verse 1 calm, flow measure, delivery clear. I didn't rush this ride, I calibrated every setback, shape direction. Every delay refine time. All eyes aligned. There's something powerful about momentum meeting preparation. That's when moments turn historic. Undertow steady, building now. Drums lifting slightly, sun rising brighter. You can feel anticipation gathering. All eyes aligned.
No hesitation, no distraction, just forward motion. All eyes aligned.
All eyes aligned. We've been ready for this time. All eyes aligned. All eyes aligned. We've been ready by this time. All eyes aligned. All eyes aligned. Voices layering, crowd respond. All eyes aligned. All eyes aligned. All eyes aligned. Second verse sharp, cadence quicker, confidence louder but not chaotic. Control. This ain't overnight luck. This is structure to sing. All eyes aligned. I've seen doubt dissolve when clarity shows up. Seen noise fade when focus sharpens. Higher energy, more lift, the room rising with it. All eyes aligned. All eyes aligned. All eyes aligned. We've been ready for this time. All eyes aligned. All eyes aligned. We've been ready by this time. All eyes aligned. All eyes aligned. Hands up, lights flash. All eyes aligned. All eyes aligned. All eyes aligned. Hands up, lights flash. Energy unified. All eyes aligned. Yeah, all line. Yeah, everything by design. Everything by design. Hands up, lights flash. Energy unified. All eyes aligned. Hands up, lights flash. Energy unified. All eyes aligned. Bridge drops to minimal. 808 humming along. Voice nearly a whisper. There were nights alone. There were doubts unspoken. There were choices unseen, but consistency carried me here. Drum slam back. All eyes aligned. Final hook massive. More harmony. All eyes aligned. We've been ready for this time. All eyes aligned. All eyes aligned. We've been ready for this time. All eyes aligned. All eyes aligned. We've been ready for this time. All eyes aligned. All eyes aligned. We've been ready for this time. All eyes aligned. All eyes aligned. And I'm too steady to fade. All eyes aligned. And when the music cuts, the vision remains. All eyes aligned. Break the ground. 1 and 5 on the clock, 808 shaking deep, kick hitting all the snare cutting sharp. Break the ground. This ain't background music, this front line impact. Break the ground, break the ground, break the ground. When the bass hits, you don't nod, you move, break the ground. It's the kind of pressure that lifts floors, that shifts air, that forces reaction. 1 to 5 steady, I don't enter rooms quietly. Not because I shout, because I carry weight. Break the ground. The 808 drags long, distorted edge, heavy enough to vibrate bone. You feel it? Break the ground, break the ground, break the ground. There's no patience here, no soft introduction, just rhythm and dominance. 1 to 5 pushing cadence tighter, flow faster, riff sharper. You don't float on this beat, you attack it. Break the ground, hands up, feet moving, energy rising, no hesitation. Break the ground. Hook short, direct. Break the ground, break the ground. Let it shake now. Break the ground. Don't hold back now. Break the ground. Let it shake now. Break the ground. Don't hold back now. Break the ground. Let it shake now. Break the ground. Don't hold back now. Crowd repeats it louder, break the ground. Drums cut, silence 808 alone. You hear the chant, continue, then everything drops back in. Break the ground. Momentum explosive, bodies jumping, voices unified. That's control, chaos. 1 to 5. Yeah, I built this from discipline, from consistency, from calculating intensity. Now it detonates. Break the ground. No wasted bars, no filler lines. Every word weighted, every pause intentional. Break the ground. Second verse heavier, more compressed, more urgent. This not nostalgia, this evolution amplified. Break the ground. The room doesn't breathe, it pulses. That's what happens when rhythm aligns with force. Break the ground. Final hook, layer thicker. Break the ground. Shake now. Break the ground. Don't hold back now. Break the ground. Let it shake now. Break the ground. Don't hold back now. The energy peaks. 105 to the end. And when the beat cuts, the echo remains. Hold the line higher. 1 to 5 steady, 808 dragging low. Kick landed firm, snare snapping hard. Hold the line high, this ain't noise, this pressure refined.
Hold the line higher, you feel it in the air before the drop. The tightness, that anticipation, that moment when the room decides if you belong at this level. Hold the line higher. I stood in spaces where expectation weighed heavier than sound, where every step forward felt measured by invisible eyes. Wanna fight steady, the 808 hums beneath it all. Not chaotic, controlled aggression, hold the line higher. There's something about pressure, it doesn't break the prepared, it exposes the unready. I prepared, not overnight, not loudly, but consistently. Hold the line high when the bass hits, you don't just hear it, you feel it, shift the balance, it's that kind of beat that forces posture. 105 pushing, I don't move frantic, I move deliberate, because energy without control burns out too quickly. Hold the line higher, verse build sharper now, flow compressed, breath tighter, words landing heavier. I see people freeze when intensity spikes, seeing confidence dissolve when attention magnifies. That's when you know who built substance and who built spectacle. Hold the line high. The room grows louder, but I grow calm, because calm and chaos is leverage. 105, steady, second verse, deeper, more weight, less explanation. I'm not here for short bursts, not here for momentary hype, not here for seasonal validation. I'm here to extend range. Hold the line higher, 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 higher. Hold the line higher, 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 higher. Hold the line higher. Great drums cut, 808 vibrating alone. Voices echo faintly, you hear the crowd breathing. Waiting, that's tension earned, then the kick slams back. Hold the line higher, energy surges, but structure remains. I learned that dominance isn't about how loud you get, it's about how long you sustain. 105 driving harder, you don't crumble when stakes rise, you expand, that's growth. The synth accents flash briefly, not decorative, original. Every layer here has purpose, no wasted movement, no unnecessary flourish. Hold the line higher, hook expands slightly, 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 hook expands slightly, 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 hook expands slightly. Hold the line high, don't fold under fire. Hold the line high, hold the line high. We elevate the wire. The crowd repeats it stronger each time. Mental 5 steady, this is what modern weight feels like. Not nostalgic, not borrowed, constructed. Hold the line higher, there were nights where doubt whispered with fatigue. Question direction when silence felt heavy, but those nights built endurance. Endurance builds presence. Hold the line higher, final verse sharper. Flow aggressive but precise, I don't lose composure. Repeat, I sharpen it. That's discipline amplified. Hold the line higher, final hook stack high. Hold the line higher, don't fold under fire. Hold the line higher, we elevate the wire when the drums cut. At the end the chant keeps rising, because momentum once earned doesn't disappear. Doesn't disappear. Doesn't disappear.
Look at the lights. 107 on the grid, 808 roaring deep. Kick lad heavy, snare cutting bright. Lights above the horizon, you don't reach this point quietly, you earn it loudly. Lights above the horizon, the air feels different now, charged electric, unified. Lights above the horizon. Verse 1 steady, flow confident, voice commanding. There were beginners, nobody noticed efforts, nobody measured risks, nobody acknowledged, but they stack. Lights above the horizon, every setback became momentum, every loss became structured, every doubt became discipline. 107 steady, the synth lead rises wise, automatic, expansive attention, no picture now. You feel the tension building that moment before ignition. Lights above the horizon, hook explodes, massive. Lights above the horizon, hands high, feel the motion. Lights above the horizon, we rise with devotion. Crowd shouting, voices laying energy, peaking. Lights above the horizon. Second verse sharper, cadence faster, delivery heavier. I remember isolation, remember recalculation, remember rebuilding quietly. Now it resonates publicly. Lights above the horizon, you don't stumble into this level. You build toward it relentlessly. 107 pushing harder, the 808 slides aggressively. Drums punching forward, strings swelling behind it. Everything expanded. Lights above the horizon. Break, break down. Lights above the horizon. Break, 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 break. Lights above the horizon. Break, drop, drop, drop. Lights above the horizon. Break. Drums cut. 808 humming alone, crouching it faintly. Silence heavy, anticipation thick. Then the drop, full drums return. Synth blazing, energy exploding. Now the hook, bigger, more harmonies, more force. Lights above the horizon. Hands high, feel the motion. Lights above the horizon. We rise. Devotion. The stadium shaking, voices unified, momentum unstoppable. Lights above the horizon. Final verse, deliberate, not rushed, authoritative. This wasn't accidental, this wasn't borrowed, this wasn't temporary. This was built, 107 steady to the edge. The final hook lay on thick. Lights above. We rise with devotion. And when the music cuts, the chant continues.
Nothing was accidental. Nothing was accidental. Nothing was accidental. Nothing was accidental. 900 steady, 808 deep, kick clean, say it precise. Nothing was accidental. They think it happened suddenly, like luck showed up burning, like time and just a line. Nothing was accidental. Cars one car, flow deliberate, tone steady. There was setbacks no one saw. Moments nobody celebrated, lessons nobody applauded, but they matter. Nothing was accidental. Every delay taught patience, every doubt sharpened focus, every silence built endurance. Steady, prick lifting now, melody rising slowly. You can feel tension resolving. Nothing was accidental. Look explodes wide. Nothing was accidental. Every step was intentional. Nothing was accidental. Built from something essential. Voices stacking, harmony swelling. Nothing was accidental. Second burst sharper, confidence stronger, flow tighter. I remember nights alone. Remember questioning direction. Remember recalculating plans, but quitting wasn't an option. Nothing was accidental. Because even mistakes have purpose, even losses taught structure. Honey, steady, preach again, nigga this time. More lit, more weight. Nothing was accidental. Look, it turns louder. Look, it turns louder. Nothing was accidental. Every step was intentional. Nothing was accidental. Built from something essential. 100 steady to fade. Nothing was accidental. Cause legacy is never accidental. Nothing was accidental. Nothing was accidental. Browns cut, drones cut, 808 fate. There were nights I doubted, moments I hesitated, paths I almost abandoned, but something held steady. The melody climbs higher, stronger, clearer, drums slam backing. Nothing was accidental. Final hook master. Nothing was accidental. Every step was intentional. Nothing was accidental. Built from something essential. Nothing was accidental. A heart that's steady to fade. Cause legacy is never accidental. Hey kills, he's a fucking hater, boy. Nothing was accidental. 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 Nothing accidental. Nothing was 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 accidental.
Nothing was accidental, final hook massive. Nothing was accidental. 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 Nothing was accidental.
Yeah. We at peak pressure. 106 on the dial, 808 sliding low, kick hitting sharp, hi-hat slicing tight, peak pressure mode. You don't ease into this level, you rise into it, peak pressure mode. The room already charged, air compressed, energy waiting, then the bass hits, peak pressure mode. I train for moments where intensity spikes, where stakes double, where hesitation collapse. 106 steady, this not hype, this preparedness activated, peak pressure mode. First verse control, cadence tight, breathe steady. You don't overreact to velocity, you master it, peak pressure mode. The 808 glides upward, slides down hard, creates tension between hits. That tension, that's expectation. 106 pushing harder. I seen people chase momentum. I build it, stack it, time it. Peak pressure mode. Second verse shifts, flow accelerates, more technical, more compact. Syllables landing faster, breath tighter, energy rising. This where composure matters. Peak pressure mode. Hi-hats roll, drums punch heavier. 808 growling beneath it. You feel the escalation. Peak pressure mode. I don't crack when volume rises. I sharpen because pressure doesn't break discipline. It reveals it. Break drums cut suddenly. 808 echo when crowd murmur loud for half a second. Everything suspends, then it drops, lands back. Peak pressure mode. Now the hook rises and laugh.
Peak pressure mode.
Hands up when it drops.
Peak pressure mode.
We don't never stop.
Peak pressure mode.
Energy unified.
Peak pressure
The
mode.
final verse hits heavier, not faster, heavier. Words deliberate, commanding. I built this through repetition, through calculated restraint, through years of controlled intensity. Now it manifests loud. 106 steady to the edge. Peak pressure mode.
Peak pressure mode. Peak pressure mode.
Peak pressure mode.
Peak pressure mode. Peak pressure mode.
Peak pressure mode.
Peak pressure mode. Peak pressure mode.
Peak pressure mode. The 808 sustains long drum strike, final hits. Crowd shouting last line. Peak pressure mode. Yo. Peak pressure mode. Yo. Peak pressure mode.
quiet after a win. Not because nothing happens, cause everything does. Yeah. It's quiet after a win. It's quiet after a win. Yeah, it's quiet after a win. It's quiet after a win. Yeah, it's quiet after a win. 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 Yeah, it's quiet after a win. Yeah. It's quiet after a win. It's quiet after on the grid. Kick tighter, snare harder, bass discipline. After the first win, people clap differently. They look at you differently. They measure you differently. Success doesn't reduce pressure, it multiplies it. After the first win, the steady line loops steady. No celebration, just continuation. I remember walking home that night, phone buzzing, messages stacking, opinions forming. Everyone had something to say. You understood what it meant. After the first win, you realize quickly that one victory changes perception, but perception is fragile. You don't defend status, you reinforce foundation. 97 steady, hit pattern shifting, momentum control. The first win is dangerous, it tempts you to relax to assume stability, to mistake momentum for security. That's where most fall. After the first win, I didn't go out, didn't celebrate publicly, didn't post anything. I went back to work, cause visibility fades, but preparation compounds. The base tightens, more direct, less forgiving. I've seen men peak early, mistake applause for permanence. Build identity on a single achievement. It never lasts. After the first, responsibility feels heavier than victory. Expectation settles quietly. People assume consistency without understanding cost. Cost isn't always visible, it's mental, strategic, measured. 97 pushes forward, drum sharper. There's a difference between chasing validation and maintaining leverage. I chose leverage. After the first, some aligns the strength, and some shifted tones, some disappeared entirely. Success clarifies loyalty. You learn who supported growth, who supported attention, who supported access, not the same thing. Drums drop, silence, bass alone. This is the moment most lose discipline. The quiet after impact, the absence of noise. That's when character decides trajectory. Kick return stronger. After the first win, I understood something in that night. Winning once is accidental. Winning repeatedly is structural. Structure demands restraint. Restraint demands maturity. 97 steady, room adjusting. People watch differently now, stay differently, evaluate differently. Pressure isn't new, it's amplified. After the first win, you don't change pace, you refine it. You don't increase volume, you increase precision. I stopped chasing moments, started building seasons, because seasons outlast headlines. After the first, the base sustains long, grounded, unshaken. You realize that the first win was never the destination. It was the test of ego, the test of patience, the test of discipline. 97 fading slowly. After the first win, you either escalate recklessly or stabilize intentionally. I stabilize because authority is improving through celebration. It's proven through repetitions.
It was quiet that morning. Not the kind of quiet that feels peaceful. The kind that feels suspended, as if something was waiting. 96 on the grid, steady pulse, nothing rushed. I remember looking at the clock twice, not because I was late, because I understood that timing mattered more than arrival. There are days that change everything, but they don't look dramatic at first. They look ordinary, the bass rolls low. Anchoring the moment, holding the weight beneath it. I've been preparing for months, studying tendencies, noticing patterns, understanding leverage. Preparation rarely feels heroic. It feels repetitive, monotonous, invisible, but invisibility builds strength. The call came at noon, short, direct, no emotion. The opportunity wasn't framed as opportunity, it was framed as urgency. That's how pressure tests you. If you panic, you lose perspective. If you hesitate, you lose position. I didn't do either. 96 steady kick land, snare precise. I had learned that confidence isn't a loud declaration, it's a steady voice when others begin to elevate theirs. The room I walked into was already tense, people talking over each other, everyone trying to establish control through volume. I stay seated, there's something unsettling about someone who doesn't react to chaos. They don't know how to measure you. The synth line loops softly, unbothered, unchanging, that's discipline. I listen longer than anyone expected. Watch you interrupted, watch you deflected, watch you avoided eye contact when responsibility surfaced. Information reveals itself to those who don't rush to speak. When I finally did, it wasn't long, it wasn't dramatic, it wasn't emotional, it was precise. And precision silences noise, the shift was subtle, a slight change in posture, a brief glance exchanged across the table, a recalibration of who was leading before the door closed. The decision had already been made, not loudly, not publicly, but undeniably. I didn't celebrate, I didn't smile, I didn't acknowledge victory, because real leverage is fragile when displayed too soon. 96 continues, low and steady. Afterwards someone pulled me aside, you were calm, and they said calm isn't the right word, prepared is. There's a difference, calm suggests luck, preparation suggests intention. Before the door closed I realized something, power doesn't belong to the most aggressive, it belongs to the most prepared. Months of repetition condensed into minutes, every decision I had postponed, every reaction I had restrained, every opportunity I had declined, they all converged in that room. That's how turning points work, they compress time. The bass fades slightly, but the rhythm remains, because momentum doesn't begin at the moment of victory. It begins long before anyone notices. Before the door closed, I understood that authority isn't granted, it's recognized when the moment demands it. And the moment when it arrives doesn't wait for theatrics, it waits for readiness. 96 fate, quiet decision, irreversible. Before the door closed, everything changed. Not because I forced it, because I was ready. It didn't happen overnight. 100 on the grid, drums tighter, bass heavier, room steady, built to last. I remember the early silence, the empty rooms, the long hours with no recognition attached. Built to last. Most quit before the structure forms, before the foundation hardens, before patience pays dividends. I stayed 100 steady, snare crisp, low end sustained. There were days I questioned direction, not ability, direction. Because growth isn't linear, it tests clarity. Built to last. I watched men rise quickly on temporary leverage, watched them collapse when conditions shifted. Stability isn't dramatic, it's engineered. I engineered mine. The scent lid creeps up with controlled intentional. I didn't rely on noise, didn't rely on spectacle, didn't rely on validation, I relied on repetition. Built to last. Repetition sharpens skill, repetition exposes weakness, repetition eliminates doubt. That's the difference between presence and permanence. 100 driving forward, there were moments of tension, moments of confrontation, moments where ego demanded response. I learned restraint, not submission. Restraint. Built to last. The street taught awareness, success taught responsibility. Conflict taught composure, every phase refines something. The string pad rises softly, not dramatic, just depth. I seen loyalty tested, seen alignment fracture, seen opportunity disguise itself as distraction. Distraction derails longevity, I stayed aligned. Built to last. When the first win came, I didn't celebrate loudly, I recalibrated, because winning once is accidental, winning consistently is architectural. 100 steady, drums unwavering. The difference between surviving and leading is discipline under pressure. Pressure reveals preparation. If you panic, you weren't prepared. Built to last. There's weight in consistency, weight in silence, weight in controlled response. The loudest person rarely commands, the calmest often does. I chose calm. Breakdown, drums drop, bass alone, space opens. This is the moment where doubt creeps in, where temptation suggests shortcuts, where fatigue whispers compromise. I ignored it, because compromise erodes structure. Drums return, harder, more defined. Built to last. I'm not here for moments, I'm here for seasons, for cycles, for endurance. Flash fades, structure remains, 100 pressing forward. The early silence, necessary, the tension, instructional. The victories, tests, the code of survival, foundation. All of it built something, built to last. No grand gestures, no unnecessary movement, no wasted energy, just alignment. When you build correctly, you don't chase relevance, relevance finds stability. 100 steady to the end, it didn't happen overnight.
It happened daily, layer by layer, decision by decision, choice by choice. Built to last.
Presence. Presence. Not performance. Presence. 96 steady, low end breathing, room scanning, calculated presence. You don't announce weight, you carry it, calculated presence. The high send cuts briefly, like a signal flare then disappears. That's how you move, appear, shift, hold, calculated presence. There's a difference between being seen and being felt. Anyone can be seen, few are felt. I learned that early, watching men mistake movement for impact. Impact lingers, movement fades, calculated presence. Kick lands deliberate, snare sharp, bass long. The room changes before you speak. That's leverage, calculated presence. I've entered spaces where attention was scattered, where voices competed, where posture screamed insecurity. You don't compete with noise, you absorb it. The high sense stabs again, brief, precise. Attention narrows, calculated presence. There were years where I tried to prove something, try to demonstrate capability through volume. It never lasted. Volume invites resistance, control invites compliance. Calculated presence. A short vocal chop cuts between bars, not melody, just rhythm. Rhythm reinforces structure. You don't need complexity when the foundation is heavy. 90 seats continue steady, grounded. Some men announce plans, some leak intentions, some telegraph ambition. That's insecurity. Calculated presence. Moves without broadcast. I've been underestimated, ignored. In early rooms assume secondary assumptions are useful. They create blind spots. Blind spots create opportunity. Calculated presence. The bass hum deepens. High scent flashes once more, that's enough. You don't oversaturate, you don't overplay, you don't overspeak, you position. There was a time I believed confrontation established rank. Now I know rank reveals itself. Calculated presence. When the tempo stay consistency, when the cadence doesn't rush, when the breath remains even. People notice, not because you demand it, because it's rare. Calculated presence. The room leans in, not dramatically, subtly. Subtle shifts matter more than loud reactions. I've watched dominance crumble under ego. Watch alliances fracture under impatience. Control outlasts aggression. Calculated presence. High scent fades, vocal chop returns briefly. Enough to remind, not enough to distract. You don't entertain, you establish. 96 fading slightly, low and sustained. Calculated presence. No grand finale, no celebration, no declaration. Just alignment and alignment. When sustained becomes authority. Presence.
Yeah. Cause a code, not written, not posted, understood. 98 on the grid, kick dry, snare sharp, no decoration. Code of the pavement. You don't ask twice, you don't speak loosely, you don't overcrime me, you observe first. Code of the pavement. Yeah, I grew up watching hands, not faces. Faces smile, hands reveal intent. You learn early who's steady and who's reactive. 98 steady. The bases are melodic and structural. Like the rules, you don't move reckless. You don't borrow leverage, you don't trust noise. Noise fades, reputation does hold of the pavement. There's a rhythm to survive with wake, scan, assess, adjust. No one announces danger and arrive casually. I've seen conflicts begin over tone, over time, and over pride. Pride is expensive. 98 pressing forward. There were nights where tension sat heavy in the air, not chaos, just uncertainty. Uncertainty tests discipline. You don't escalate, you don't retreat, you maintain posture. Hold of the pavement. Respect isn't requested, it's measured. Measured in consistency, measured in response, measured in silence. The snare cracks again. I learned that reputation travels faster than explanation. If you have to explain yourself too often, you've miscalculated something. Hold of the pavement. There are rules about loyalty, rules about timing, rules about alignment. Break alignment. And you isolate yourself. Isolation in this environment is vulnerability. 98 steady. The street doesn't forgive ignorance, it exposes it. It doesn't tolerate arrogance, it corrects it. I watch confident men become quiet quickly. Confidence without structure is temporary. You don't chase attention, attention brings scrutiny. You don't flaunt progress, progress invites challenge. You move calculated, 98 continues, no sin flourish. because of rhythm. There were days where temptation looked attractive. Fast gains, shortcuts, immediate recognition. Shortcuts reduce lifespan. Longevity demands patience.
Hold of the pavement.
I've seen alliances fracture over impatience. Seen respect dissolve over ego. Ego blinds, discipline preserves. 98 tightening slightly. The rule isn't aggression. The rule is awareness. You stay alert, you stay aligned, you stay composed. No one survives long being impulsive.
Hold of the pavement.
You understand that every decision compounds, every reaction creates trajectory. You don't overreact, you don't underprepare, you stay ready. The bass hums deep. There's a weight to this environment. It molds character, sharpens judgment, punishes carelessness. You adapt or you disappear. 98 fading slowly.
Cold of the pavement.
Not glamorous, not poetic, not romantic. Necessary because survival isn't dramatic. It's consistent.
Cold of the pavement.
The first thing I learned about this city was that it never hands you a title. You take it, or you disappear quietly. 94 on the grid, slow enough to think, heavy enough to matter. The bass hums beneath everything, like an unspoken agreement. You don't rush in a place like this, you observe first. I was 16 when I realized volume didn't equal strength. The loudest men on the corner were rarely the ones in control. Control was quiet, it moved through posture, through timing, through restraint. Concrete royalty isn't inherited, it's constructed. There was a time I thought recognition was the goal, but recognition fades, reputation solidifies. The kick lands deliberate, no flourish, no decoration, just impact. I watch men build empires out of borrowed credibility. I watch those same empires collapse under scrutiny. Power here isn't announced, it's measured, it's measured, it's measured. First deal I turned down felt like a mistake. Everyone told me speed mattered, that momentum was everything. They were wrong. Momentum without structure is collapse in motion. The synth line repeats, not because it lacks imagination, but because consistency builds identity. Stillness can be threatened. A man who doesn't react impulsively becomes unpredictable. I learned to wait, to listen longer than I spoke, to let silence do half the negotiation.
Concrete royalty.
It doesn't glitter and endures.
Concrete royalty.
It doesn't glitter and endures.
Concrete royalty.
It doesn't glitter and endures.
Concrete royalty.
It doesn't glitter and endures. I saw alliances dissolve over ego, over insecurity, over impatience. I saw patience win quietly. 94 BPM, half the room moving, half the room watching. You could tell who understands weight. They don't lean forward, they don't chase attention, they let attention adjust itself. My first real test wasn't public, it was private. It was choosing integrity over acceleration. Nobody applauds that decision, but your future does. The city rewards spectacle, but it remembers discipline. Concrete royalty is built on repetition, on showing up when no one is filming, on holding position when it would be easier to react. I've been underestimated more times than I can count. Not because I was weak, because I was quiet. They mistook composure for uncertainty. They mistook patience for hesitation. They learned eventually. The baseline stretches long like a horizon you can't see the end of. That's how influence should feel, sustained, unhurried. You don't inherit authority, you accumulate it. Brick by brick, decision by decision, refusal by refusal. There were nights I considered shortcuts, considered aligning with noise instead of structure, but noise expires, structure compounds. Concrete royalty isn't about dominance, it's about durability. It's about walking into a room and not needing to announce yourself because your work preceded you. 94 faded, low end resonant, no dramatic exits, just presence. And presence, when sustained long enough, becomes legacy.
Some people enter a room already trying to be heard.
I prefer to listen first, 95 on the grid. Steady pulse, unforced movement. There's something revealing about watching before speaking. You notice who performs, who exaggerates, who tries too hard to control outcomes. And then you notice who doesn't.
Measured intentions
Don't announce themselves, they reveal themselves gradually. The bass hums underneath, not loud, just present. That's how I learned to move. There was a time I confused confidence with volume. Thought presence required projection. Thought respect demanded a search, and experience corrected that respect is accumulated, not demanded. The synth loops softly familiar, stable, unshaken. Stability unsettles people, especially those who rely on reaction. I've seen negotiations collapse because someone needed to win visibly. I've seen partnerships dissolve because someone needed recognition immediately. Patience protects structure.
Measured intention
Outlast impulse, 95 BPM, kick steady, snare precise. I remember sitting in meetings where everyone spoke quickly as if speed equaled competence. It doesn't. Clarity moves slower, but it arrives intact. There's a discipline in withholding reaction and not responding to provocation and not feeling silence. Silence exposes insecurity. The ones who fear it are usually the ones hiding the most.
Measured intentions
Don't seek spotlight, they seek alignment. When I started, I thought influence required spectacle, that you had to create visible waves to be considered relevant. But spectacle fades, consistency compounds. The baseline stretches long, holding space between beats. That's leverage, room to think, room to decide. I've turned down opportunities that would have accelerated visibility, not because they were wrong, but because they were premature. Timing matters. 95 steady, no rush, no hesitation. Some men chase movement, others build foundation. Movement is visible, foundation is permanent. There were nights I questioned whether restraint looked like weakness. Then I watched those who reacted quickly undo months of progress in minutes. Impulse is expensive. Measured intentions protect longevity. You don't have to dominate every exchange, you have to survive every season. I learned that from observation, from watching patterns repeat, from watching ambitious men burn out chasing urgency. The synth repeats again, not dramatic, just consistent. Consistency becomes identity, identity becomes trust, and trust, once established, does most of the work for you. I don't speak often, but when I do, there's no need for emphasis. The room adjusts, not because I demand it, because I've earned it. 95 fading, low and steady. Measured intentions don't require applause, they require time. And time, handled properly, transforms patience into authority.
No sudden moves. That's what he said before anyone spoke. 95 steady, air thick, room alert. No sudden moves, the bass hums low, almost inaudible, but everyone feels it. There's a specific kind of silence that signals conflict, not shouting, not chaos, just anticipation. No sudden moves, I've been in rooms like this before, where pride enters first, where ego sits at the head of the table, where loyalty is implied but never confirmed. The scent line creeps in, thin but persistent. No sudden moves, a glance across the room, a subtle shift in posture, a hand resting too long, there's something it shouldn't. Tension doesn't announce itself, it accumulates. The kick lands sharp, isolated. No sudden moves. He thought volume meant leverage. Raised his tone slightly, leaned forward, spoke faster. That's when you lose control. Control is measured, even unflinching. I didn't respond immediately. Let the silence stretch, let the discomfort settle in. No sudden moves, people reveal themselves when they feel pressure. Some escalate, some deflect, some overcommit. I observed the snare cracks short, final. He realized too late that impatience had shifted momentum. Authority doesn't shout, it pauses. No sudden moves. There was a time I would've reacted, proving something, established dominance through force that was immaturity. Now I understand that restraint intimidates more than aggression ever could. 95 continues, low and steady, the room recalibrated. Eyes shifted direction, breathing change, momentum transferred without announcement. No sudden moves. No sudden moves. No sudden moves. No sudden moves. He tried to
recover, adjusted tone, backtrack slightly, but the shift had happened, you can't reclaim leverage. Once you expose urgency, urgency is weakness disguised as confidence, the bass deepens. No sudden moves, I spoke once, brief, precise, not emotional, not reactive, and that was enough, because dominance isn't about confrontation, it's about positioning. The scent repeats, unbothered. There are moments where conflict feels inevitable, but inevitability is often illusion. Most escalation comes from ego, and ego rarely survives patience. No sudden moves, the meeting ended quietly. No handshakes, no dramatic exits, just understanding 95 fading slightly. He learned something that day, not about me, about himself. That urgency fractures structure, that emotion disrupts leverage, that restraint holds power. No sudden moves, you don't win by striking first, you win by staying composed when others can't. The bass hum lingers, room empty now. No sudden moves, because the strongest position is the one that doesn't need to prove itself. No sudden moves.
It's still on the line. Still on the line. Still on the line. 94 steady. Bass beneath the spine. Still on the line.
Some disappear when pressure builds, some shift when attention fades, some reinvent themselves every season to stay visible.
Still on the line.
I've watched cycles repeat, watch momentum rise and fall, watch people gamble stability for temporary noise. The scent repeats, simple, unmoving, that's intention. There's a discipline in refusing to pivot just because the room gets restless. The kick lands measured, uncompromised. I didn't start loud, I started consistent.
Still on the line.
There were seasons where progress felt invisible, where work compounded quietly, where patience was mistaken for hesitation.
Still on the line.
The ones who chase speed rarely understand duration. They sprint, they peak, they fade. Duration builds leverage. 94 BPM, low end, stretch long.
Still on the line. On the line. On the line. Still on the line.
I remember when they said visibility required compromise. Staying relevant, men adapting tone, diluting X off in the message. I declined, not out of stubbornness, out of clarity.
Still on the line.
You don't adjust your foundation because the weather changes, you reinforce it. The scent loop continues, familiar, steady, consistency becomes identity, identity becomes weight.
Still on the line.
I've lost opportunities, I've lost allies, I've lost invitations, but I never lost position because position isn't given, it's maintained.
Still on the line. On the line. On the line.
The room doesn't react loudly anymore, it adjusts quietly, that's influence. When you don't need to raise volume to shift outcomes.
Still on the line. Still on the line.
There were nights I questioned pace, wondered if restraint looked like fear, wondered if silence looked like absence. It didn't, it looked like preparation. 94 steady, snare sharp, still on the line. Time filters everything, it exposes shortcuts, it reveals weakness, it rewards endurance, and limits isn't glamorous, it's repetitive, like this synth line, like this rhythm, like this presence.
Still on the line.
I've seen men dominate rooms and disappear within a year. I've seen choir builders own outcomes for decades. Flash fade, structure remains.
Still on the line.
The bass hums deeper now, not louder, deeper. Death outlasts noise.
Still on the line.
No theatrics, no spectacle, no announcements. Just position in position when held long enough becomes legacy.
Still on the line.
94 fading, but the rhythm remains.
Still on the line.
Still here, still steady, still alive.